Hello guys, Krom is here, and today I'm going to be starting my playthrough series. I'm planning on making a strength build, because I rarely actually play something like a pure strength character, so this is what I'm planning on doing. So let's go ahead, create the new character, and first of all, let me leave you with the introduction cinematic.
Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep, Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Alright, let's create our character. Just a disclaimer before we start, I am playing on PC, so I have my controller set up, but I actually play using mouse and keyboard. So generally in the menus I use the controller because it's faster, and I do the gameplay itself with mouse and keyboard. Anyway, now let's create our character. First of all, I'm going to be playing the knight. He has the most newcomer friendly gear because he starts off with a shield that has 100% physical damage mitigation, meaning that you can block all physical attacks and take no damage from it. Also starts with pretty high vitality, meaning that we can carry a lot of armor, and he has a pretty good starting weapon and health. Also, he does not have the highest starting strength, but I think he is quite a balanced choice, even for a pure strength build or a quality build. So we will be playing as a knight. My burial gift, since this playthrough is aimed towards newcomers to the Dark Souls series, I will be starting with the life ring. However, there are more useful items that you can choose, for example the fire gem for an early infusion to your weapon and some bonus damage. Also, many of the enemies are weak to fire, which will definitely help you. And the third most useful item in my opinion is the young white branch or the rusted gold coin, depending on the on what you aim to do early on in the playthrough. But anyway, let's start with the life ring, just because I like it. I'm going to name my character last, so first let's do the cosmetic stuff. Okay, he's a knight, he's tough, so let's give him some muscly appearance. Yeah. Okay. Male, age. Okay, let's select young, voice, mature voice, physique, muscular, body hair, thick. Okay. Not touching this, not touching this, face detail. Okay. Let's make it more masculine. Face shape, I'm not going to be playing around with that. Okay. I don't know why I like to create characters with snow white hair as if they were 100 years old, but actually are young. Kind of an anime thing, I guess. I used to watch a lot of anime. Okay. Haircut. They should include more options here. Maybe okay, ponytail. No, this is disgusting, so I'm not even going to consider it. Okay, I kind of like this hairstyle. Oops. Color. Okay, so the other way around. Let's make it as white as possible. Beard. Of course we're going to have a beard. Too bad we're missing some epic beards here, like braided ones. I would love to see that, but okay, let's go full on beard. Beard color, of course, matching the hair. Lashes, no thank you. Cosmetics, no lipstick. Let's put a tattoo on his face. Okay, let's go with a dragon. What color do we want it? Okay, let's make it black. And put it on his left cheek. Alright. And we're done. Okay. And let's name our character. Hardest part of character creation for me. Although I have a couple of names written down here on a piece of paper. Can I? Yeah, okay. No, actually, never mind. Let's name him Sir Chugga just for funsies, and I think we're good to go. All right. Skip this initial animation. Okay, let's check out my gear. I've never actually played as a knight in this game. Okay, pretty nice shield, a long sword. We have pretty high physical absorption already. Pretty high armor and build resistance. This character should be quite the easy mode character early on in the game, but let's see. I don't know why, but for some reason I always start my playthroughs with dexterity, faith, hybrid, just because I like using miracles. Okay, let's backstab this guy just for the sake of it. Also, I'm planning on parrying Champion Gundyr, or rather Iudex Gundyr, so don't laugh at me if I fail. Although the timing of the medium shield is quite different from the fist weapons or the small shield. So I'll probably die more than I'd like to. Yeah, nobody saw that. Come on, second. Alright, nailed the parry. Nice. If I can do that to the boss, I'll be perfectly fine. Okay, so there's a crystal lizard here. Actually, it's the larger variant, and I'm not sure how it's called. So I'll come back for this guy. I don't feel confident enough to kill him right now with this shit weapon, and I don't want to waste my time. So I'll just skip this guy and come back later on during the playthrough. So let's go ahead, light the next bonfire, and attempt the first, well, it's a tutorial boss, so I'm not considering Iudex Gundyr as the first boss of the game. And as I mentioned, I'll try parrying him. I've been practicing my parries. I just want to get better at that, so don't laugh at me if I die too much. Okay, got a nice gesture. Yeah. Let's go ahead, there is a shiny there to pick up. Alright, nailed the next parry. If we're doing this good against the boss, this will be one majorly easy run. We need to jump here to pick up the shiny, which will help us upgrade our weapon. Then drop attack this guy, or plunge attack, sorry. There's our shield. Kill this dude. Kill this dude for good measure. Okay, there's a spear guy down below me, so I'll plunge attack him as carefully as I can. Okay. Pick up the fire bombs. I'll be aggroing some enemies here. Oops, failed parry. I'll actually go ahead and reset the area because I don't want to waste my Estus flasks here. And I'll just run past those guys and try and parry the boss. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully I won't fail too many times. But I really want to improve my parry timings, although I'm much more used to pairing with the Uchi katana and, well, katanas in general, and fist weapons, which have similar parry frames and startup frames, and they are a bit different than using a medium shield. But let's try anyway. I would love to be able to parry bosses like Pontiff Sullivan and champion in Iudex Gundyr, so it will make the fights a lot easier. So if I shut up and don't talk for a bit, it's because I'm tryharding, and I apologize in advance. Alright, let's go. Give him a couple of hits for good measure. Alright, first parry is successful. I like where this is going. Whoops, too early. Mistimed that parry. Damn it. Too early again. Come on. That's bad. Roll away. Okay. Nice. This I wouldn't recommend for a newcomer to try. I've obviously had some previous experience, so don't try and parry on your first run. Okay. Rolled a bit too early there. Also, I should have equipped my fireballs because he's weak to fire. And I forgot that. Oops, I knew that was coming. Roll too early. Oh. God damn it. Okay. Okay, easy peasy for breezy. First try on the tutorial boss, and I managed to parry him twice thanks to my great starter shield. Always nice to get that parries off, to get those parries off. The other boss I would love to learn to parry is Pontiff Sullivan and the Soul of Cinder, which you can actually parry, but you cannot riposte. As in, you cannot perform the critical attack, but you can actually parry the boss himself, which is still useful because he will enter the recovery animation and you will be able to do some free damage. Okay, so let's pick up all the shinies, although they're mostly trash, but I simply like to pick up everything. Just kill this guy here, and I'll try to parry this guy, just for the sake of practice. And I missed, of course. Anyway, Homer Bones, always nice early game. There are a couple more on the other side of the area here. Okay, yeah, it was higher up. Two guys. Let's go. I didn't want to do that. Anyway, nobody saw it. I'm not a Parry King. Okay, I'll just kick this guy off the ledge here. Just for fun. Always love doing that. Okay, no shinies here. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I would even wanna try to kill the katana guy. I basically am not going to be a dex build, so I'm not gonna need it, but he can be summoned, although I think with this guy I won't need summoning, rather summoning. I will not need to summon phantoms, is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, my recording overlay popped up. Okay, so there is an ember here behind the dog, so make sure to pick this up early game, especially if you're planning on co-oping through the earlier parts of the game. And then there is the tree jump, which I have never been able to perform, so I'm not even going to try and attempt it. I'll just gather to 20,000 souls, get the key, and do it that way. Okay, another ember, and there are a couple of homeward bones on this side, but you have to actually go through the filing. Oh no, never mind. You can get them from here. So I like to place the homeward bones here on my toolbar, and actually let's also equip the fire bombs, just in case if we need them later on. Okay, let's go in the shrine, light the bonfire. Okay, not here. And then I'm going to kill the katana guy just for the sake of it. I'll try and not cheese him this time, although with this shield it's pretty tempting to actually try and kick him off the cliff or just parry him to death. We'll see how it goes. Okay, let's talk to everyone, get whatever we can.
Ah, William, amid habit, we're talking. Don't you think?
Sorry if I'm skipping dialogue. Basically this is my third character, and I'm not really interested in listening through all the dialogue again. I'll just go around, talk to anyone, exhaust their dialogue, and keep on playing. Okay, yeah, no NPCs here. I'll talk to Andre and the Shrine Handmaid and be on my way. Okay, actually let's allot all of our Estus to health. I won't need... Okay, I won't need Ashen Estus, because I do not plan on using any spells, at least for now. Probably later on I'm going to pick up a couple of buffs, but we'll see. Okay, nothing else here. I'll talk to the Firekeeper last. Let's speak to Ludleth. Oops. Okay. So this is the guy that allows you to transpose boss weapons, boss spells, boss items in general. I have more detailed explanation in my basic mechanics explanation video, so I'll leave a link to it in the description. Yeah. Okay. I know our purpose, dude. No additional dialogue. Let's speak to the firekeeper.
Welcome to the I, the Lord, to this end.
Okay, and these are all the NPCs in the shrine for now, so let's go out and kill the katana guy on the side of the shrine. For dex builds, he drops one of the best early game weapons, which you can also infuse. If you start it with the fire gem, you can immediately, I think, infuse it with fire, which helps against enemies weak to fire, like the Pulse of Men, basically those hollows that mutate to that giant black thing, like the Iudex Gundyr, and against dogs which are weak to fire. If you hit them with any fire attack, they will start twitching on the ground and give you a chance to deal some free damage. So let's try and cheese this guy. Bye bye, dude. Okay, so what you need to do is stand here, block, and he will fall off the cliff. I just don't feel like fighting him legit right now. And then save and quit the game. This will prompt his gear to spawn, and you can pick up his outfit and most importantly the Uchigatana, which again I won't be using, but just for the sake of showing you how to do it, I showed you how to basically cheese the guy. This is not something I figured out on my own. I watched some other videos early on, like probably a year ago, way before I bought the game. So this is how I know where to position myself, and as you can see, he drops his gear on the place where he spawns. So as for the Uchigatana, as you can see, it has a requirement of 16 dexterity, which I'm far away from, and I'm not going to be leveling much of it. I'll be leveling just as much as I have just in order to have the base requirement of some weapons, and I'll mostly be focusing on strength, because so far I've never done a full strength playthrough and I won't do that. But as you can see, as all the katanas, it has a built-in bleed effect, OK scaling with dexterity, which goes up to A, I believe, if you infuse it with sharp and upgrade it to plus 10. And then, of course, it has the Uchigatana, or rather Katana unique weapon art, which is the stance. The light attack is a forward slash, much like any samurai movie or anime, whatever. And the heavy attack, I'm going to show you in a bit. Okay, the trash shield. The heavy attack is actually a parry, which allows you, okay, but since I'm unable to wield it, I think I'm also unable to parry, because there are no white particle effects that show up when you use a weapon skill. But anyway, when you hold the stance button and you perform a heavy attack, it allows you to parry. On my first character, which is, okay, let's equip that, which is a dexterity and faith hybrid, I used the Uchigatana up to very late in the game, where I switched to the Lothric Knight Greatsword as my main weapon, but I learned how to use the katana to parry, and it's a great weapon that I really enjoy, with the drawback that you really need to be up close for it to hit, unless you're using something like the washing pole, which basically is a spear in the form of a sword. But anyway, let's stop rambling. Okay, and this is our introduction to the Firelink Shrine, all the lootables that we can access at this particular moment. So let's go to the High Wall of Lothric and start our actual playthrough. Also, on a side note, I would really love to learn how to properly use a controller, but I'm so used to the PC controls with mouse and keyboard that I'm just handicapping myself at this point. I tried using the controller in multiplayer a couple of times, for example when co-oping a boss that's trivial, but I don't know, somehow I'm so used to the PC controls at this point that I'm just getting worse by playing with a controller. Anyway, this is something that I can practice for in the future. Yeah, let's go ahead, light up the first bonfire, and we're going to be ending our first part of the playthrough right here. Also, we have a friendly co-op player right here in the corner, and also another one here. I don't need them at this point, so yeah, let's light up the bonfire and end our first episode of the playthrough right now. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you very much.